Hello, everybody. I'm here with Lexi today. We are, why don't you actually tell us where we are right now, Lexi?
Yeah, so we're at the University of Michigan Museum of Zoology in the Mammal Department, and I am a museum technician here, and I've worked here almost 4 years. So we're going to show you a few skulls today from our collection, and hopefully tell you a few things you didn't know about them.
Yeah, so I'm adding a link to the place where we are right now. It's the University of Michigan Museum of Zoology, like Lexi said. And I also want to add that this is Lexi's first appearance on HAPS. So welcome, Lexi, to the platform.
Thank you.
And yeah, so we were working here today, and I saw her putting back all of these really cool looking skulls. And these are skulls that were being used in a class on mammals, the mammalogy class here at University of Michigan. And for that class, to help teach the students about mammals, they showed them all these different cool skulls. And then it was time to put them back. So all of these cabinets are filled with, skulls and other material that the museum keeps in storage here. Some of this is on display, obviously, but museums often have like a much larger component behind the scenes. And so Lexi was putting back all these cool skulls, and I thought, why just teach the students in the university class when we could teach everyone here at HAPS? So let's see. With that being said, which skull do you want to start off with, Lexi?
We could start off with the musk deer.
The musk deer?
Yeah.
Cool, okay. So this guy, and actually, do you want to hold him or do you want me to?
Either way, yeah.
It's up to you, however is easiest. So I guess I'll just give you a quick sort of spin around look at this guy. So this is a musk deer, you said?
Yeah. So it's kind of like the regular deer that we see around Michigan, except that it has these huge teeth here that I'm sure you've noticed. And it mostly lives in Asia and kind of like Siberia. And this one skull specifically is from Tibet.
Yeah. And we have some people here. Hi, Pablo. Thanks for coming and thanks for the award. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, musk deers are definitely too cool. I agree. And
yeah. So they almost look like, something that doesn't exist today, but they do actually still live today. However, they are really endangered, so they're not that common to see.
Yeah. And I just added a picture so you can see what they look like when they're alive. And if you haven't seen a skull before, like obviously these are like where the eyes go and its teeth, and then it's like big teeth here. But yeah, tell us, why are they endangered?
Yeah, so they are called musk deer, and they do have a musk that they use for finding mates and kind of marking their territory probably. But actually people used the musk in perfumes like maybe like the last century. I'm not exactly sure when it started, but they were highly sought after for this musk that they produce. So people could, add it to like really fancy perfumes, which kind of sounds gross if you think about it, but maybe it smelled nice. I don't know. So that's what kind of made them endangered.
So the males had this scented, really strongly scented musk that people had to kill them to get if they wanted to get it and use it in their perfumes. And they were overhunted, and now they're endangered. So yeah, this is cool. And what do they use these like cool teeth for?
Yeah, so they use them mostly for fighting between the males. So the males have these long teeth and not the females. So they use it for fighting for females and not for like hunting or for getting food, because they're pretty much exclusively like herbivores. But yeah, so they're kind of unexpected.
Yeah, that's so cool. So I'll put this guy back, I guess, unless I don't see any questions on the musk deer, but I did post for all of the animals. I'll put their name in the chat. And their name includes like all animals have two names. I don't know if you knew this or not, but they have one name that's a scientific name. The scientific name is composed of two different words. So this guy's name is Moschus Moschiferus, which sounds mischievous to me. But yeah, those two names together are unique. No other animal in the world has that name. With common names, sometimes there's different species of animals that people just call them the same thing, but the scientific name is like a unique identifier. So we put the common name and the scientific name, you'll call him Moose, in the chat. Cool. We have some more people. Hello El Shabazz. Thanks for joining us. And Bo, it's great to have both of you from Lynchburg. And yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for coming. So which skull do you want next?
Let's do the sloth next.
The sloth.
Yeah. So this skull is a two-toed sloth. So it's a type of sloth that has like two toes. So yeah, it's kind of cool. This is like its nose here, or where its nose would be.
Hi, Peter from Colorado. Yeah, so the picture, oops, I meant to add the picture of the sloth, but I didn't. So sloths, as many of you know, they often hang upside down. So I feel like I should be holding a skull like
upside
this
down,
to match the picture. Like,
yeah.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, but they have a cute little nose, and we were talking earlier about how it's weird that its teeth are black. And I asked Lexi, why are its teeth so dark? What's up with that?
Yeah, so its teeth are like that because they're not the same as, our teeth as humans. They don't have the same enamel that we do. So their teeth are kind of created a little different, and that's what gives them that color. So that's like perfectly normal for your average two-toed sloth to have teeth like that.
This sloth doesn't need like a trip to the dentist, is what you're saying?
No, not right now. But so this sloth is also an herbivore. It pretty much only eats leaves from the trees because that's where it lives. So the reason why it has the kind of like pointy tips is to basically rip up leaves so that it can digest them.
Yeah, and I wonder, let me just show the lower jaw for a second. I was surprised by how pointing their teeth are. I was like, wow, this looks dangerous. I thought sloths were like all, just cuddly, but these teeth are pretty intense. And then I was like, well, I guess leaves are pretty tough. If you're like ripping apart leaves all day, then you need kind of pointy teeth, I guess.
Yeah.
Hi, Swift Beats, welcome.
Hi.
And then, sloths in general are just weird creatures, though, right? So there's one, I know it's common among like animal wildlife biologists, but there's one really weird thing about sloths that we all know. What is it?
Yeah, so sloths, are very slow, and they do another thing slow where they only go poop once a week. So they have very slow digestion. So they're kind of like all week eating leaves, and then whenever they're ready, they climb down from their trees and dig a little hole, do their business, and then go back up in the trees for another week.
Oh, I didn't know that they dug a hole. That's cool. Yeah. I imagine, I guess I always assume that part of it isn't just that sloths, that their digestive system is slow, but also that because they want to go down to the ground to use the bathroom, that like it's more dangerous for them to go down to the ground because they're so slow. They don't want to get eaten by something.
Right, and they have a lot of predators, so they definitely don't want to, get caught down there with their pants down. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Sloth. Weird bathroom habits. Black teeth. That's our takeaways. Which skull? Nice. He says, I love this animal for some reason. There's something very lovable about them.
They're very cute faces.
A couple lattes will fix the sloth's constipation. Yeah, it's amazing that they're so. You'd think that with all the fiber, maybe things would be going extra fast, but that's not the case. Yeah, who do you want next?
We could do the walrus. Yeah.
This is a heavy skull, so I'm gonna.
So let's see. Swift Beats asks, do we have a duck skull? And yeah, the museum in general does have duck skulls, but we work for the mammal department specifically, so we only have mammals. And
I mean, there's duck skulls like
there's
right over
definitely
there.
duck skulls, but
We could find someone to go get them. But yeah, so we are. I should say, like, maybe we'll do more of these. So I'm here every week. Lexi's here every week. So if there's other weird skull questions that you have or ideas for maybe future episodes or future skulls you'd like to see, put it in the chat and we will we'll look at those and see what we can do. So for the walrus skull, okay, I feel like I need help with this. This is the first part of it.
So yeah, that's the skull, and then the classic walrus teeth here. Huge teeth, so they would go right up in there. I don't know exactly where. You can't maybe the opposite. But anyway, they've got these huge teeth, and they actually are teeth, not tusks. But,
some animals that have tusks, they are not teeth, but other animals they are teeth. It just depends. Like there's different ways if you're an animal that you can go about coming up with tusks. Different parts of your body can elongate. So in the case of the walrus, it is teeth, and the same thing with the mule deer we saw before. So yeah.
So and the walrus.
Let's try to get one of them in there. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they kind of go like that.
Wow, it's like
So that's very long teeth.
Yeah.
And they actually are also. They only eat, I think, like mollusks and clams and, tinier stuff. So these teeth are also not for hunting their prey, really. They're more for finding mates as well and competing for mates.
I'm noticing a theme. I think we inadvertently have a theme.
Yes,
Animals
we do.
with big tusks for competing with other males.
Misleading teeth, yeah. But they also use the teeth for protection from, other males in general, even if they're not mating.
Yeah, I see that its lower jaw pieces are down here too.
Yeah.
It's just we only have so many hands. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. But very cool.
Is there anything else about walruses we should know? It's weird how bulbous it is.
Yeah, it has a very thick skull, so the eyes would be kind of in this area here, like right there. And then the nose is this.
Yeah, great job orienting people.
Yeah. And then this is like where the brain is, the back of the skull.
Yeah, we're looking at it like top down right now, as if you were standing over the walrus looking down on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah. I mean, I hear that like walruses are hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Maybe they can even be over 1,000 pounds. Just holding the skull, I'm like, whoa, what a workout.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't put the picture of the walrus up. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
there's a lovely
there it
walrus
is.
with his tusks, yeah.
Yeah, and I believe on this one, the males and females both have the long
okay.
teeth, so.
I wonder, this one says male on the skull. It has a note. Now that I see the picture of the walrus, I'm like, these teeth aren't that big. This is a small walrus skull.
Yeah, they're big boys and girls, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. We'll cart this guy away.
Yeah.
So we have a few more. I'll put well, I guess most people know what a walrus is, but I'll put the name up anyways. And the sloth too. Oh yeah, a few notes. We had like copyright information on that sloth photo that I got offline, and these other ones are just from Wikipedia. But yeah, definitely cool animals. And who is this?
Yeah, so this one it's a type of pig, basically. So it also has these huge teeth, and those are also teeth. So yeah, we're kind of with our theme, our unintentional theme.
Oh, a question. What's the largest skull that we have in our collection? Peter asks.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it's that whale skull that we have back there. We would have to, all of these cabinets to maximize storage space, all of these big like rows of cabinets you see behind us slide back and forth, like you can roll them back and forth. So we'd have to roll cabinets around to find it. But I think definitely try to show the whale skull in a future episode.
Cool. It's huge, and it's actually a baby whale skull, so it's not even an adult whale, and it's like pretty much as tall as both of us right now.
Yeah, it's not even stored in the cabinets because it's too big. It's just sort of like set,
like displayed almost.
Yeah, next to them in an area back there.
Yeah.
Right. So who is this again? I totally forgot.
The species name is Zeus, or sometimes it's hard to pronounce the species names. They don't have. Yeah. So it's like, it's very similar to a pig that you would see, just in agriculture, but it is from, I believe these are in the Philippines, is that?
Yeah, the tag said Philippines.
Yeah, so they're kind of, I guess, between like a domestic pig and like a wild boar kind of. So yeah, these are teeth that it has here.
Okay, so this is, I looked it up online. It says this is called the Bornean bearded pig.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the chat. Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so pretty cool. So you can see the eye sockets again here are these circular structures. And then this here is like the cheekbone, basically, this bone.
Yeah. One thing I think is interesting is that like a lot of parts of anatomy have different names for humans versus other animals because they were being studied separately. People didn't used to think that. They didn't know about evolution. They didn't know we're all related. So these like cheekbones, as Lexi called them, they're called the jugal arch, and they're also called the xiphoid. No, not the jugal arch and the, oh no, I forgot the other name. I'll look it up. Versus no, that's I don't remember. Is it the zygomatic process is down here? Anyways, like I think it's only in humans or only in animals that it's called the jugal arch, even though it's like the same thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So these are all teeth too.
Yeah, lower jaw there.
Oh yeah, it is the zygomatic arch. Nobody in HAPS cares about this versus us. Jugal, zygomatic arch.
So it has, lower teeth that are very,
it has dark teeth too.
Yeah, it does.
Like the sloth. I guess it has maybe less enamel, more dentine or whatever.
Yeah. These ones kind of look like a mustache almost. But yeah, they would also use these for like fighting and protection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's good.
And it looks like we have one more skull.
It's a bigger one.
Another big one. Here, we can tag team this one. So this is a tapir. So there we go.
Not putting together here, but
that's cool. I like their like cool like nose here. So this is all part of their snout area, right?
Yeah. So that's their nose that you're just touching, and then this is back where the brain and skull.
Yeah, they have kind of this cool ridge here. Maybe we can tilt it a little or go like this so people can see. Yeah, I think that's really cool.
So that big hole in the center of its face is like the nasal cavity. So that's where the nose kind of sends all the air through.
Yeah, its sinuses are up in here. Sinuses are loosely connected in there. So you can often see, there's like a lot of sinus bones that are a little bit difficult to see, I guess, because it's so dark. unfortunately. But
yeah, this one's pretty cool because it just, you don't always see this process here, and that's what's unique about this one.
so that would be like this part of our noses, right?
Yeah, kind of like the bridge of the nose, but I think, yeah, on this type of animal, it kind of just like supports. It's less like a nose like we have, more like a snout.
Yeah, tapirs have a really big snout. It makes sense that they'd have like a bigger like bone right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that looks like a dinosaur skull.
Yeah,
Bull says, I totally agree.
It does.
Something at like the ridge plus like these extra pokey bits just looks
Yeah, it's
quite
very cool.
Yeah, and I guess you can see like from like how the snout would kind of form here. Yeah, but I think so that's all the skulls we have.
Yeah.
We appreciate you tuning in. We have so many more things here, and so hopefully in the future we can share more of them with you. But yeah, definitely let Lexi know and me know what stuff you would like to see, because there's a bunch of cool things, or what types of things you'd like to learn about. Are you really interested in teeth and you want to see all the different varieties of teeth that there are?
Yeah.
Or trying to think, there's like weird bat skulls, for example. Bats have like lots of different shaped faces and stuff like that, and I'm not sure how different their skulls are.
Yeah, and we also have, the skeleton, so the rest of the body, which can be really cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it is. It is all pretty cool. I think most people. I think skulls are definitely super cool, though. I have a super weird interest in shoulder blades. I don't know why. I think it's cool how they stick out at such different angles for different types of animals.
Yeah.
Like if you watch your cat or your dog, its shoulder blades, instead of being flat against its back like this, their shoulder blades like stick out like this because their paws and their arms are always like this because that's how they walk. So I don't know. There's like tons of cool different anatomy things and cool things about like the different ways in which animals are put together that we can hopefully talk about with you all again. Yeah. So thank you for coming, everyone, and thanks, Lexi, for joining.
Thanks for having me. This was